What up guys, Adrian from YouMotorcycle, and in today's video we're going to talk about how much money motovloggers or motorcycle content creators on YouTube can expect to make. We'll be going over my own channel's financials from 2021, where I started the year with around 2,300 subscribers and I ended the year with around 5,000 subscribers. I'm Adrian from YouMotorcycle. I've made over 100 videos aimed at helping motorcyclists. We're going to be looking at how much money I made from the channel last year. We're also going to be breaking that down into dollars per hour, and then we're going to be comparing it to what the minimum wage is to see if I would have been a lot better off just flipping burgers at McDonald's down the street. I was super on the fence about making this video because I know that talking about your income is kind of taboo. So I put it to a poll to you guys. You guys were actually more in favor of making the video, so that was pretty cool to see. One of the comments was what actually made me decide to really pull the trigger. It was saying that it might be kind of like boasting to talk about how much money the channel made. And I thought, well, that's interesting because that tells me that there's a real disconnect between maybe what people think that we're making as YouTubers and what we're actually making. So that's, yeah, let's get into that. You'll see what I mean. January, I got 27,000 views. I made $96. Not exactly making bank. It doesn't even pay my electricity bill. I made 4 videos. Now, on average, I spend 5 hours per video because I usually make either an outline or a full-on script. I do usually 3 takes of my video, and then I have to do all of the editing. And after I upload, there's a bunch of stuff to do, and I try and promote the video a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Works out to about 5 hours. So my $96 worked out to $4.81 per hour. Obviously, it would be better off if I had just been flipping burgers for January, but January is usually the worst month of the year, so let's see how February does. $105. Everything else pretty much flat, $5.24 an hour. Not exactly record-breaking numbers here, but luckily spring is just around the corner, and spring is always really good to my channel. You can see a big jump in March for the number of views and subscribers that I got. This was very encouraging. What was also really encouraging was my dollars, 190, almost twice the previous month. That was really cool. It meant that my dollars per hour worked out to $9.54, which is a lot closer to minimum wage. Maybe we should talk about minimum wage. Here in Canada, minimum wage where I am now, Toronto, is 15 bucks Canadian, which works out to about $11.80 US. So let's try to at least have minimum wage as our target. And that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate, I get a lot of comments throughout the day just saying like, hey, I didn't know how to do this. I watched your how-to video. It was super helpful. Thank you so much. To me, like that's worth money in the bank. That's an awesome feeling, and it gives me the juice that I need to keep on making content aimed at trying to help other riders out. But I also kind of have bills to pay, right? So if I could get the thank yous and actually make a reasonable living doing this, that would be ideal. April was really big. Another big jump in views and a huge jump in subscribers. And at this point, I'm thinking, wow, like things are really going to take off. This is it. This is my new normal, 300 subscribers a month here on out for the rest of my life. No problem, right? Totally wrong. Totally wrong. But I still made over 200 bucks. Fair enough. Let's see how the rest of the spring and summer goes. May was a bit of a heartbreaker because I got more views, a bit more money, but my growth was already slowing down back to kind of where it was in March, and my dollars per hour, it wasn't what I hoped that it would be based on the previous month, but we're getting there. June really taught me that there is a spring rush, and then things kind of settle in the summer and get worse to come. So June, yeah, made 213 bucks, no complaints there, average 10 bucks an hour, pretty good. We're getting really close to where we want to be. Where are we now? July, really kind of similar to June. I only made 3 videos, so I averaged $12.95, so that was kind of cool. First time kind of hitting my minimum wage goal. Obviously my goals are kind of higher than minimum wage, but it's a start, right? You got to start somewhere. August, very similar. I only made 3 videos again because I was really enjoying summertime. I think Euro Cup was going on. People were starting to come out of their like COVID hibernation and lockdowns and whatever, so I was more worried about enjoying myself. I made $12.29 an hour. Fair enough. September, still really similar numbers. September, I knew I needed to put more in to get the channel back to where I wanted it and sort of back on the track that I wanted it on, where I had really been missing out. So I put out 5 videos. That meant that I only averaged $7.81 an hour. So yeah, I did make the $195, but you can tell overall, we're kind of at the plateau when things are going to start sinking real fast. October, very similar, $9.50 an hour. Not a lot to talk about here. And November is like, yeah, we start just really nosediving pretty quickly. Views went down, new subscribers went down, dollars went well, dollars were okay, but I did make 5 videos because, again, every time I see like the numbers aren't doing well, I push myself to make more videos to try and pick things back up again. Still couldn't do much. I still only averaged $7.50 an hour. Not so good. December, just more disappointment, really. December. Dollars were the lowest they had been since like February. It was a rough end. I only put out 2 videos, so technically I had my best dollars per hour because I only made 2 videos, so I averaged almost 17 bucks an hour, which is great. It's well above my minimum wage thing. You know, I'm definitely better off not flipping burgers. I did it because I could see where the trend was going, and I knew even if I make these videos, no one's online to watch them. It's Christmas time. People are with their family. People don't care to be watching YouTube, so I avoided it altogether. I guess we'll talk about what the total was for the year. 2021, in total, I got 2,700 new subscribers, so that was pretty good. Want to try and do that or hopefully double it this year. I made $2,137, which is nothing to scoff at. It's nothing to make light of. But it's like, all right, I made 47 videos. That 47 videos took me approximately 235 hours. So if we think about the average 38 to 40 hour work week that most people have, that's 6 weeks of work. Imagine if for a month and a half of your life, all your employer paid you was $2,100. And the $2,100 I made, keep in mind, the camera I'm talking to you to and the microphone you're hearing me out of, I bought those used. They were like 500 bucks, right? My GoPro, hundreds. My Insta360 camera, hundreds. The extra equipment like the tripod, the lights, the extra memory cards, the extra batteries, all that extra stuff, hundreds. So yeah, I made $2,100 last year, but I probably spent minimum 1,500 bucks to make that 2,100. Anyway, that's my video on how much my channel made between the 2,300 subscriber and 5,000 subscriber mark. If you see somebody doing this and they're in that range, they're probably doing this because this is something that they're crazy passionate about. They're probably putting in way more time and sacrifice than you might think. If you guys have questions, let me know. If you like this video, please do me a solid. Give me a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate you guys hitting that like button. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Ride safe, but have fun. Peace.